Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobila. We are back in the state of Pennsylvania getting set to kick off the round here at one of the great golf courses in the world, Oakmont Country Club. Frank, you're very familiar with it because you were right in the mix down the stretch at the 1994 U.S. Open right here at Oakmont.
And Rich, it's so good just to be back here. You know, there's so much history in Oakmont. It's been a host to so many prestigious tournaments in our sport, such as the US Amateur, the US Open, the Women's US Open, and the PGA Championship. It's just one of the true gems on the golf landscape.
Now at the first, 482-yard opening par 4. Excellent looking shot here. Excellent opening tee shot. That ball right in the fairway. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
All right, Frank, just on the fringe, you might be thinking about making this.
He's a better chipper than you, Rich.
Now on the green, has about 10 feet left there to save par. Getting set now over the putt.
It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot and will definitely hurt.
Has this now for bogey. 2-1 over par early on in this round. On the tee, ready to go. It's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, that swing looks lively and strong.
Oh, that had to fly 300. It's close to 310.
Let's see what the dominant #1 player can do. Rory McIlroy now on the approach shot. No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. Not a gimme, but well within his range. You know his head is in a good place. You make the disappointing bogey at the first, put it behind you, come right back and make birdie at the second. Well done. Moving on to the third hole now. Again, it's a par 4 of 428 yards, but you can see the distinctive bunkering on the left, making this, Frank, one of the most famous holes in golf.
It is. The church pews that adorn the left side, they're no fun to be in, that's for sure, because somehow, invariably, you always seem to get behind one of those grass strips behind, and all you're left to do is punch out. Not just that, too. The amount of bunkers on that right side really narrowed that down. Now, this tee shot plays downhill, and then you've got to be ready for that uphill second shot.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts.
Even par, currently.
Still even par for the day. Frank, at Oakmont, you have to take advantage of scoring opportunities when they present themselves. Is this one of those moments here, the par 5, fourth hole at 609 yards?
It'll certainly be one of the holes that determine the champion because the difference between making 4 and 6 on this hole is extremely slim. Very, very stringent tee shot. You're heading towards those church pews and trying to cut the ball away from it. It's easy to see why Jack Nicklaus, who faded the ball, and Ben Hogan won around here.
And from the fairway for his second shot here.
Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Looking to splash this softly onto the green. And it makes the green in regulation. Locked in on the read and the speed. In red figures at 1 under par. And now the fifth hole, short but challenging par 4, 382 yards, and it obviously rewards precision off the tee, heavily bunkered along the way. What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
Frank, looks like he came over just a little bit.
Yeah, that one wasn't pretty, but it's still gonna get away with it.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. Looks like he just misread that. Just 5 feet left.
Oh, that even caught me by surprise, Rich. I thought par was in the bag.
This now for bogey. These putts keep the round together. So with that, the score is now at even par. And now to the par 3 sixth here at Oakmont, measuring in at just under 200 yards. Good swing, good shot yet again. Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
So in the first cut here, it could be worse. And he's made the green. And getting ready for the putt. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. All set here at the par 4 7th. Frank, what do players need to look out for off the tee?
It's a rather intimidating tee shot there, since the trees have all been removed used to be very, very close to this fairway. 3 bunkers down the right side, another 2 on the left. They've either got to be somehow threaded in between, or the longest hitters might just get a squeeze at par.
Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. Frank, what's the player looking at here with the approach shot at the par 4 7th?
The second part of the second shot just goes a little bit downhill, and once again you see that little ski slope look just short of that green. It means you really have to pitch the ball on the front third of the green. Anything further than that, you risk the ball running left into those bunkers.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. Good putt, and now 1 under par. Frank, the par 3 8th, it will take a player's very best strike.
Yeah, it's not often you see the odd driver come out of the bag, but when a hole can be stretched out to close to 300 yards, then everybody in the field needs some heavy artillery. It's a big, long par 3. Green does feed a little bit to the left, but at that distance, no hole is easy. In the direction of the sand.
It looks like it. Well, we've seen this before today, in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Good stroke right there. That's a par, and stays at 1 under. Rounding out the front 9 here at Oakmont, Frank, it looks to be straight away, uphill. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, there certainly is. Years gone by, this was a par 5 for the US Opens of yesteryear. Par 5 still for the members. And the reason why is it's a little bit uphill, semi-blind tee shot, bunkers left and right, and of course rough if you miss those. This is one of those holes, even though it's a par 4 now, you miss the fairway here, you are not reaching this green in 2.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Settles in over the putt. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
And he makes it for par. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
In the fairway here at the 10th, nice way to start off the back 9. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Nice play right there. That's in pretty close. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Wow, I thought it was going in just off the mark by a fraction. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Moving on to the 11th hole here at Oakmont, par 4, 379 yards. He pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Makes the putt and moving in the right direction. 2 under par. We are at the par 5 12th here at Oakmont. This is a big par 5 at 667 yards.
Ah, nice.
Looks good. Split the fairway with that. Just a gorgeous swing. Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Pushing our way into this back 9, we arrive at the par 3 13th. It's 183 yards. Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A third straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Frank, I thought that was in. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Nice par to remain 3 under. 14, pretty short par 4 at 358 yards. Frank?
Get the ball in play here, and certainly your best opportunity for birdie on the second 9 so far.
Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. It might be a tough shot coming up. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich. It's that sneaky distance.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the course.
That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. All teed up at the 15th. It's a par 4 of 499 yards. Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon. I tell you, there's long and long, and that, with a little bit of breeze behind, it's long.
He rode the wind there to payday. He's going to have a good look coming up. Frank, downhill shot here. Will he have to take it just a little bit easier?
Yeah, be careful with the ball position as well. If you play the ball too far forward and try and scoop it, it's not going to work.
Oh, it looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Great professionals, Frank, they don't fear the greenside bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have far more options, and you don't have to hit the ball first.
Great shot coming out of that bunker right there.
Showing some skills today.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Struggling a bit with the flat stick, and a drop shot here at the 15th hole. He needs this for bogey. Now at -2 for the day. On to 16 now at 231-yard par 3.
This one's going left, Rich.
Not knocking down the flagstick here, but it looks as though it will find the green. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Long putt here. This will require a good touch. Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Wow, Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
So they'll tap in. Well, too bad. He gives one back. Now on to the 17th hole, and Frank, in so many ways, this determined the outcome of the 2007 U.S. Open. Jim Furyk had his issues here. It's just 313 yards, but it can really play with a player's mind.
It's such an unusual par 4 for a U.S. Open, plus also where it comes in the round, because the options, and there's only really two, is like a 4 or 5 iron, sneak it up the right side, or you take a driver directly at the green. You would think there's something in between, but really there isn't. And that's why, to your point, it stopped Jim Furyk, it stopped Tiger Woods, it allowed Cabrera to win. It also helped Ernie Els, who went with the driver option there back in 1994. So 17, it's short, it's tempting, it is at a US Open, but it is still demanding. A little bit more hope than determination in that putt.
Settles in over the putt. Wow, I thought he made that.
Now putt for par.
Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Great finishing hole here at Oakmont, Frank, the 18th.
I remember back in 1994, this was the last hole in a US Open ever played by Arnold Palmer. You couldn't pick a better finishing hole to win a championship or say farewell. There's something about a well-hit shot.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
So maybe a nice way to finish up with a good approach here to the 18th and a good chance for birdie. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Well, maybe next time. Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. Frank, they gave us a great show today.
No, they certainly did. Course played well. You got what you deserved out there.
Some outstanding performances. And for our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner, saying so long for now.